Cooey! Welcome to today's video.
Why am I alone now?
Oh my god.
Good morning and welcome to today's video. We're back inside the Fit Studio at Sigma Sports and Rob Quirks is getting a bike fit.
Welcome to Sigma Sports, doing a bike fit, Rob Quirks. Here he is.
How's it going?
It's a bit weird seeing you in this environment.
Yeah, I know, I always see it on the videos. I've been having a few issues. Basically, my old shoes, end of the life, and I've always been on SPD with great success. And then I was like, let's get some road shoes, it's about time, you know, be a big boy.
Have you just been riding those for ages?
Yeah, but, I mean, like, you know, in good carbon XC shoes that are like super stiff. Yeah, I did Tour de France on them and stuff. Really great. Got some road shoes, and then with the new cleat systems, just been having tons of problems. Can't get right. Getting my left knee pain came back after years of it sort of going away. So got in touch with James, and yeah, hopefully we can work it out.
I'm a little bit nervous because Rob's a serial bike fitter. He's been fitted by basically everyone under the sun. So
I've been trained as well, which
trained.
You're a trained bike fitter?
I obviously not. I know what I'm talking about.
Not God status. Who are those guys?
Who are those guys? I don't know. Well, they introduce yourself.
They both love being on video.
They love being on. Sticker doping.
Oh,
Only three.
They spelled Bobby Quick wrong.
Cheers, dude.
What is that? James, she's got a better camera than you.
Good.
Have you seen this? It's sticky taped together. So what's about to happen, Rob? What's going on?
Well, all this time that me and Francis have been friends, he hasn't followed me on Instagram at all. I can't believe it.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. He messages me and chats to me. I didn't notice, of course. I'm not really hung up on these sort of things.
She noticed. Bobby Quick cycles, yeah?
Shaky hands, sir.
It's got nervous.
Are you nervous?
I'm nervous, man. Follow back. You're doing a time trial.
Sure am. I'm always doing a time trial, mate.
The time trial of life.
Exactly.
So your left arch collapses by
Yeah.
10 mil compared to your right, which collapses by 4.
Even this morning.
Will you stop bringing your friends in here who
With
don't
legs.
shave their legs? Welcome to Bike Fit Tuesdays.
You think he's got a what?
Leg length difference. I wonder whether he might.
No.
Left glute folds dropped, left patella's lower. Yeah, he's a bit sort of twisted and broken.
He's got a weird stick.
It's got a weird stick. In fact, we're going to use this now.
Yeah.
So this is an in-seat tool. When you press it down, it comes up very slowly, so you shan't do anything. You're taller in the morning when you wake up than when you go to bed at night. What's the point of scrutinising over millimetres? If you read all this stuff about marginal gains, it's marketing bullshit. Most consumers, at least. Anyway.
Nice shower cap.
It's not a wavy woo though, is it?
It's not wavy. You're going to get a wavy move.
You've already had one.
What?
It's SMP.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't like it?
Did it work? Well, it's great at first, but I did the transcontinental on it. It's
You probably never want to sit on it again.
well, yeah. When I got home, I had to change to a Brooks Cambion because I just needed something completely different.
You need like one of those donuts on your bike.
I mean, it was the saddle and it was the shorts I was wearing, and then when I got to Switzerland, I cycled past the Nassau's, and I was like, ran in, got the cheapest shorts, which were like, because of the exchange, the franc, they were like 300 and something quid.
God.
Yeah, eye-watering credit card, but then straight away, my speed went up like that.
What was the total length of the race?
Just shy of 4,000 kilometres.
Easy.
So, Europe. I work backwards. That's what the cool kids do. Yeah, right, Freddy.
Doesn't suit me though.
No.
Shit, oh, what the f down there? Look how fast he's pedaling.
I don't think so. Am I actually pedaling that fast? No.
No. Press
Yeah.
So we've got more pressure on the right hand side than there is on the left. So the numbers are barometric pressures, microbars. You can see there's probably, what, 40% more pressure on the right hand side than there is on the left. Now,
That's a pretty good pressure read though, right?
yeah.
That's
it's
almost
fairly-
as good as Jimmy's was at the end.
Yeah, and well, bear in mind though, Jimmy didn't have the same imbalance in pressure distribution. And at the end of the day, you don't necessarily want it to be exactly the same pressure from left to right based on the asymmetrical nature of a human being. However, if it's causing problems, then I mean this is here to lead us rather than dictate what we do. But it's interesting, it's consistent with kind of everything that we're seeing. There are some visual cues in your physiology that suggest there might be some sort of functional leg length difference. I'm going to put a stack in your left shoe. I'm going to do it. We might take it out.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see what happens if we stack the shoe and how if it influences this. Got to do your physical examination, Rob.
That's why I came.
Rob hasn't got the memo that you're not supposed to go hiking in cycling shoes.
With a gravel ride, when I'm riding in a straight line, my bikes have always, like, no matter what bike I've been on, because I first noticed it when I was on I used to have an alley, and but you know, if you look at the actual alley, like they're not straight in the slightest. So I just assumed it was the bike, but then I got a Cervelo and it leaned, and then
Lean to which side?
always to the left, which is why I get
Fairly
pain.
consistent.
Yeah, which is why I get pain on here and why I get pain in my right hand.
But a specialised alley is not straight. Why?
Well, on the one I had, the fork went off to one side, so the fork didn't sit straight.
Is that fairly common in just like production bikes?
Oh yeah. I mean, don't think it's bad, and don't think it means that. I mean, that bike was one of my favourite bikes ever.
Yeah.
It was amazing to ride. I mean, in factory production, the tolerance that they give themselves is normally about 5 mil.
Yeah, which is quite a lot.
It's quite a lot, but the question is it meaningful? And I might feel it, but it's kind of my job to be able to design bikes and know what differences of a few mil or a few degrees in the design would feel like. Whereas for most people who wouldn't feel that difference. Most frame builders try to build to a tolerance of 1 mil over the length of the bike, so front end and rear end, which again is super straight. Whether that's meaningful when you're riding the bike is a different question. If you think like, as soon as you put power down, as soon as you just sit on the bike, it flexes and bends all over the place.
Human being sure as hell isn't straight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is why bike fitting is a thing, like, because we're not symmetrical, even if your bike is, but then when you ride your bike, it sure as hell isn't symmetrical anymore.
No, because it all bends.
It all bends. What we're looking for here isn't a man who's good with numbers, it's a man who can interpret what those numbers mean and come up with a solution to try and improve riding. And that's not just in terms of comfort, it can be in terms of power. Or if you have, you know, time trialists will have specific needs, you know, they might happily sacrifice comfort to get a faster time.
Wedges should never be, so the thick part of a wedge should never be on the outside of the foot. And I've seen bike fitters fit these wedges to cant the foot to try and stop knee displacement from the knee coming out. Inevitably what it tends to do is it tends to actually just put a hell of a lot of strain through the foot.
Right.
Through the subtalar region. So a lot of people end up with foot issues. It's interesting actually. So this is the
What would
one.
you wedge? Would you ever wedge your foot inwards?
I would always fit. No, never. I would never wedge inwards.
Okay.
I'd never fit the wedge on the thick part of the wedge on the lateral side of the foot. If you think most people's feet invert, so the misconception about these wedges and how they're sold is that they improve knee tracking.
Yeah.
They don't do that. It's the idea that you look online. There's a lot of imagery out there that basically says without these your knees do that. With these they straighten them out. It doesn't work.
What's he done? He's been wearing shoes that are too long to accommodate the width.
Width of the foot. Yeah. Really common. Never go up a size to accommodate the width of the foot.
Just buy a wider shoe, right?
Buy a wider fitting shoe. But, you know.
You're going to put the gates in.
I'm going to put a gate in.
I bought 48, way too big, bought a 47, way too big, and then I was like, they didn't have the 46. And then I got these at an insanely good price. So I was like, fuck it.
Such is the way that most purchasing decisions are made in the cycling industry.
But
you buy it because it looks good, or you buy it because it's cheap.
It was the difference between getting a really lower middle range shoe with a crap nylon sole, or getting like a top of the range for the same price with a carbon sole, and
that doesn't fit.
Well,
yeah,
didn't quite fit.
How many G8s you got? Jesus Christ.
That's first.
Is one of these going to be high enough for Rob's feet without having to stuff bar tape underneath it?
Well, I don't know. We're going to try. I hope so, but I need to put these in size order.
What the hell is that?
So you're making dinner?
You got a microwave?
It's lunchtime.
Well, Rob, you know what? This solves everything.
What?
No shoes.
No shoes.
It's easier.
It's much.
It's how humans are designed to function.
On a bicycle.
No shoes.
Remember it? Do you, what was it?
Is it about midfoot?
It was like orthotics are a waste of time. Look at barefoot running. Go back to barefoot. It's like
what?
we're all like, what?
And you listened, and that's why this has happened, Rob.
Yeah, this might hurt a bit.
What's that?
Knee fixer.
Oh, that's the knee fixer.
I do a nose job. I just smash it to pieces and then rebuild it.
You are just going to have to wait there. That's been moulded. Not by me, I hasten to add.
Whose foot is that shape?
Well,
It's basically flat.
some poor bloke has paid 80 quid for that.
What have you got?
Monty Bojangles!
What is a Monty Bojangles?
Best thing ever, and it's what you get when you buy a pizza.
Oh my god, they're back.
I'm gonna eat it now. So hungry. No.
Does it look like the one?
Well, this is the thing, and this is why I have the approach that I do, because I can't observe what's going on inside your shoes. You're wearing them, and you know I know that's an obvious thing to say, but you know, I want your feet feeling relaxed. Don't want you clawing with your toes, gripping with your toes. Don't want any I don't want any kind of pressure points anywhere. Pressure on the outside of the foot usually is associated with pronation and or an insufficient stance.
Yeah.
So actually, that pressure on the outside of the foot probably wasn't anything to do with the fit of the shoe per se. It's probably more to do with the fact that it doesn't have any wedging, or there wasn't any wedging in place.
Yeah.
There's it's like a wedge in there now, got good
Oh, okay.
support. You know what I mean?
So yeah, test it out by cycling across the country, and then we'll do a revisit to this video.
I won't be wearing these shoes.
I'm not happy actually with just the overall outcome yet. I think we need to probably spend a little bit more time. We spent quite a lot of time today on trying to get Rob's feet stable. What we haven't taken out of the equation or omitted from the equation is the shoe. We spent quite a lot of time trying to get arch support right, and yeah, I think what I would like to do in a perfect world is I'd probably try you in a different shoe and see what happens.
Yeah. Alright.
And go from there.
Why is there only one beer on the table?
James deserves it.
I couldn't wait.
You were like within 4 seconds of getting in here, you had a beer.
Well, you guys were playing around with your bikes, so I just thought.
Why am I alone now? Thought I need to slow down. Lately all these chakras been overloading my dome now. Jive turkeys always trying to swallow.
Rob's a hipster.
Well done. Maybe. I don't think.
What? Say what?
He is. He's a hipster.
Yeah,
You're a
totally.
hipster. Look, you're dressed as a hipster.
I don't even go there.
Would you recommend people went to JT Bike Fit?
Of course.
For their bike fits?
Who the fuck is
Change
JT Bike Fit?
now.
Oh yeah, Bike Fit James.
You made me change it.
It's okay.
weighs about 3 kilos, isn't it?
What?
The info crank.
Yeah, the info crank's probably the
Heaviest bit.
heaviest bit now. Thanks, George.
That's ungrateful. You got that for free.